What's that?
I said that's a solid livery.
Oh yeah, yeah, Spaceballs.
Yeah.
One of my very favorite movies.
Yep. I don't know if it's better than my Waffle House livery, but it's pretty good.
Does it come with a fight?
That's the special 3 a.m. shift livery.
Exactly.
Your mic is really quiet today. I don't know why.
Yours, mine is.
Yeah.
How's that better?
Yeah, that's better.
I had it pointed away from me.
Gotcha.
This mic is actually strangely directional.
Yeah, I've seen Brandon's mic is the same way too, I think. Some days his is louder and quieter. The kink is not flat on the first lap, FYI.
Yeah, you got to keep your hands light too.
Yep.
Too hot, too hot, too hot. I knew going in I was too hot.
Yep. Also, FYI, just so you know, I disabled damage for this session, so if you make a mistake, you
That's
don't have to reset.
that's super smart. Big deference to me.
Just because it's annoying
I
to
don't.
have to do 2 or 3 laps to get the tires going again.
So yeah, I've been noticing a few things. Number one is when I start racing and I start pushing and relying on muscle memory, I tend to brake a little hard.
Yep.
Uh, and I go in too slow.
Mm-hmm.
And to compound that issue, I find that I am not. Oh, that's wide. I am not accelerating out of the apex itself. Like I don't know if I'm coasting, but I'm certainly like accelerating too late.
Yep.
I also I fiddled with my brakes, you know that,
Mm-hmm.
and I rebuilt them, and they're okay,
It takes a
but they're
while to
just
get used to. Uh, like when I got the Mosul brake pedals that I had now, I spent like, I set them up and then I just drove with them for a while because I wanted to drive, and I got used to it a little bit, and then I changed how I had it set up to something I feel is much better now, but it still took a little while of, after I changed it, you have to relearn all your muscle memory again.
yeah. And I don't even like the way I set them up. I don't have the right let-offs, you know.
Yeah.
The guy behind has just done a 207.73.
And my stages are way off.
And also, just FYI in general, for the Mercedes, you want to shift when the two red lights meet on the dash. Like you're shifting way too late.
Oh, I am not using. I use whatchamacall, so I'm gonna have to. Where did I get red?
Uh, it's
It doesn't matter.
like I'll tell you, you should be in fourth before that kink there.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of my. All right. Now you want to just as the reds glow or not? Not yet.
Like right when the two red
Right
lights meet in the middle, that's when you want to shift.
So it's got its power band is a little lower.
Yep.
I know I didn't do it just there. Let me commit that to memory. This is such a great car. I'm doing it again. God damn it.
Everyone always wants to. You always want to rev it out, but in this car, it's better to shift early, and especially, I mention it in particular for that kink turn 8 because it is faster to go through there in fourth gear and not third.
I see.
You can't quite take it flat, but it helps you stay in the throttle without losing the rear.
I would go into whatchamacall and adjust my rev points. Into SimHub.
Yeah. It's a little annoying that all the cars don't report the red line the same way and you still have to go and mess with it. And like going from the LMP2 to anything else is really annoying because the LMP2 you want to have it like flash at you really late right at the top. And then you go to something like this or the McLaren where you're shifting really early.
Yeah, but I did gain 2 seconds. I know. I'm just going faster. I'm getting used to the track.
Mm-hmm.
New fastest lap for Murphy, 2:05.50.
Yeah, you want to stay in third through there, coming onto the back straight.
Okay. Damn it.
And I actually stay in third all the way around the carousel.
I tried, but I pushed.
Yeah, that's the one corner the Mercedes doesn't like because it always feels like it pushes. You just have to lift off a lot and roll around it.
I don't mind being 2 seconds behind you. I'd rather be 1 second behind you.
That was much better coming onto the back street.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
So
not gaining any time. No.
So, to me, just watching these few laps, the biggest problem child corners look like the last corner and the first corner, actually. So, in the last corner, as you're coming across the crest, you immediately go. Oops, sorry, I'm kind of
No,
distracting
no,
you.
you're fine. I'm listening.
But at least,
I'm actually trying to push a little bit, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
expected.
at least there's no
Go ahead.
damage. So the last corner, when you come up, so you do the left corner where you come up over the hill, and you drive immediately over to the left side of the track before you start braking. But that's
I do.
yes, that's
Okay.
that's what you did on the last lap. So what you actually want to do is you want to stay like to the middle or to the more or maybe even a little bit to the right side of the track, because that way you can actually brake in a straight line towards the outside of the track.
I see what you mean.
Because if you start all the way on the left, then you have to then you have to turn as you're braking.
Ah. Wait. Shit. Here.
Yeah. So like so you see where that, like if you back up a little bit, you see where the pavement changes color. That's basically where I start braking, and
Oh, but you want to be.
and
I
you
see what you're saying.
and you want to be like in the middle of the track, right at that point. So
I'm
then,
shooting for
so
this tree right here. Right here.
yeah, sort of the one in the middle. So then, as you're braking, you're going into a straight line towards the outside of the corner.
Oh, all right. We'll do it again.
Yep.
I'm less worried about particulars of the track, rather than I'm worried about.
But also that it also sort of leads into, like, I know you've been saying you want to try to find, like, you're trying to find the limit of the car and feel that.
Yes.
That corner is a good example of needing to do that, because if you're that corner, you really don't want to brake that hard into it because it's really bumpy. In almost every lap there, like I would say I'm on the limit, because I'm like even as I'm on the brakes, I'm like counter steering a little bit. Like when I'm on the brakes, I'm chasing the car to the outside of the track before I turn in.
See, every time I do that, and I try to get to the limit going in, I rotate the car too much, and it kicks out on me.
Yeah, it's not. I would say it's not every corner you want to do that, but that corner in particular, it's important.
What would you say about that corner I just did? Where my ass came around like that. Is that what I'm looking for?
No, in that corner, no.
Okay.
Because in the last corner, and you don't want to feel it kicking out on exit when you're on throttle, and especially on any corner really. But in that last corner, if you're towards the limit of what the car can do, you should be feeling the car kind of move around a little bit, because you're sort of like braking and turning, and the track's bumpy a little bit.
Like that?
It's a little bit hard for me to see. I think you were a bit slow
Yes.
into there. So like that corner is one where you don't want to brake hard. Like I would be surprised if I used more than like 40% brakes into there. Because if you're on the limit, the track is a little bit bumpy, so you need to like reserve a bit of the grip.
I know I went off track there, but that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, a bit like going off track in that first corner that's a good thing to know, because you need to use that little bit of curb to use up you need to use all the track to get a good run out of that corner. And it's like, even though that straightaway short, like it can be like 2/10 easily either way if you do it right or wrong. And also this corner up over the hill here, you might.
I blew that.
Yeah, but that corner there, you also might feel the rear move around a little bit when you're on the limit.
Okay.
That was a better corner for that turn, because you had asked about it before.
Yep. God, I keep revving this thing out.
You need to go. Yeah, you need to go deeper into that corner. So maybe like just try braking later. And I also stay in third gear around that corner.
Okay. Less brake, less brake. That's okay. You know, I'm using less brake. I'm learning the car.
Yeah. And I also, for that first corner, I do take third gear. Like the third gear is the goat around this track.
Okay.
Like
including the last corner I just did.
Yep.
Okay.
Like the only time you use second gear is this corner coming up the corner. So this is turn 5, turn 6 here, and then turn 8, which is the left after this kink is second, and everything else is third gear. I guess Canada corner is second gear as well.
All right, let's feel this car on the limit around the turns.
Yeah, so just brake later, like brake like you feel like you're gonna miss the corner.
It's better.
Yeah. But now the trick is, like, you want to feel that, like how you felt it moving on the corner exit. That's what you want to. That's sort of what you want to feel on the corner entry and not on the exit.
I had to do a little counter steering there, but
yep,
those are better, Mike.
But those are the kind of things you want to experience a lot, especially in a practice like this. Is as you like, the more you do it, and the more like you feel like you have to counter steer, you can. The more you do it, the more you can anticipate in the feedback when it's going to happen. Sometimes like you get the feeling like it's about to happen, and then like if you like preemptively open the steering just a little bit, you can stop it from happening.
I see. All right. Just past 3. Good brakes. Bad.
Yep. Brake later here.
I keep putting it down at the third because I'm so used to it.
So to me, it looks like, so like when I describe that change in the color of the pavement, to me it still looks like
Yeah.
you're braking like 30.
Still too soon.
Yeah, still too soon.
New fastest
Okay.
lap for Murphy, 204.68.
I got an off track.
Yeah, that's fine. You got on the power nice and early there, which is what you want to see here.
This is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, like how the car just moved on the brakes on you there. That's what I want
Yeah.
you. That's what I want you to feel in that last corner. Now
I
it's
can
not.
take that in third too.
You,
Huh?
you can take that corner in third, but I think second is still better. But
Comes
yeah,
out quicker.
yeah. But I would say it's not optimal for the lap time to have to like chase the car around on the brakes like that. But you're so far from the limit there that's what I want you to experience, that to know where the limit is.
Oh, Mike. We'll get it.
Yep.
It's not like I'm slow. But there's this next level that you're talking about that's bothering me. That felt good.
Yeah, that looked good.
See, I know that's dead on the limit.
Yep.
Closer?
A little bit. It still looks like you're on the brakes a little early.
Wow, okay.
And the last lap you were on the brakes early for turn 1.
Where do you want to be?
Right about there.
Sash spot.
No damage, you can keep going.
Do we run out of fuel or no?
You will run out of fuel, yeah.
All right.
Like fuel and tire wear is still on, but you don't, the car's not broken if you do that.
Do you want to get out ahead of me and let me try to follow you around?
I can, sure.
Or no?
If you,
Or do you want to get back at me?
yeah, maybe that might be better.
Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear. Stay behind the white line.
Let me know if I'm going too fast. You know, I'm playing around, right?
That corner is horrible on the first lap.
Yeah. Staying third there?
No, second for Canada corner.
Yeah. Second cone?
Yep, not too bad.
That was pretty slow.
Yeah, that corner's tough on the first time through, even on a little bit warm tires.
Sector 1 is 0.38 off the pace.
still going a little slow through there.
Okay.
And it's still, at least compared to me, you're still like driving to the left and then kind of braking to the right.
I'm gonna follow you around so I can see how fast I should be going.
Yep.
73 is a 10th off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 2 time is quick.
If you ever get a chance and watch that back, you can see on the the replay that I was actually counter steering into there a little bit that lap.
No kidding.
Sector 2 time is
What a
quick.
difference.
And that time was a little bit less on the limit on the entry for me. Then I felt like I slowed down a little bit too much.
Sector 3 time is quick.
4.0 is a pretty good lap.
I'm really happy coming behind you. Oh,
Did you just? Oh, you spun out. I thought you just realized what you said.
yeah, I did realize after you started giggling, I got it. get fast, Mike? What was your process? What did you
Sector 2 is 0.
practice
Five,
thing?
off
Did
the
you do?
base.
I honestly don't have a good way to explain it because it's my background is RC, and
Yeah.
we don't have any telemetry or anything in RC. The only telemetry we have is the lap time. So, like, just by doing that for forever, like it gives me an intuition of when I'm doing things wrong and when I'm doing things right.
Yeah. A lot of times I just listen to when people talk. Like I listen to you talk a lot. I listen to Scott Shoemaker. When he talks, I know he's not that fast. But he says intelligent things. And you do too. One of the things that I pick up on is you're always talking about loading the tires, unloading the tires, the balance of the car, what it does where, you know, and being able to know what the car wants to do based upon its weight and speed.
10th off in Sector 1.
Yeah,
Are
that's
those things you consciously think of when you're running?
I don't say I'm consciously thinking about it, because if you're thinking about it and reacting to it, you're already a step behind.
Yeah.
Like, you should be in an ideal world, you should be anticipating what the car is about to do based on what the feedback is telling you. Like when you feel the wheel load and unload, like that should be telling you what's about to happen. And also you can, like, especially like when you hammer the brakes, you can feel the front tires slide on entry, and then when you're on throttle, you can feel the wheel get light as the rear tires are losing grip. That was a big send into there.
Oh, fuck me. All right. Do you want to get back in my cockpit and see if I'm... God, nothing I say tonight sounds appropriate.
Sector 3 is 4.4 seconds. Off the base.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it would be useful, like on,
For me to...
like I can share my screen on Discord and you can see what my inputs look like. I don't know if that's helpful to you or not.
I can't see your inputs if I look in your car.
No, unfortunately. But I can, like I said, I can share my screen on Discord and then you can see my inputs.
You know what? That's gonna work, because what I'll do is I'll drive with you in my car.
You'll drive with me?
Just go ahead and drive, and I'll just I'm gonna watch you, but I'm gonna put the inputs in my controls.
Okay. So do you want me to share my screen on Discord?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I'm kind of fake driving your car
I
with
see.
you.
Yep. All right. You should see it in the thing.
I'm in.
Okay. And the nice, yeah, and the nice thing with the eye overlay, like the trace thing there, is it shows you the ABS use in the brake trace. Like what?
I don't see your eye overlay.
Oh, god damn it! I forgot, because it's an overlay on the screen. Hang on, let me is it that one? Okay. Yeah, you can at least see the iRacing one.
That's fine.
I forgot because the Discord only shows your screen and not the overlays on the screen.
Huh. I think that's something. So your braking zones are like 3 meters ahead of mine, but you're braking a half as much.
Which is, it's probably one of my shortcomings, but it's the most consistent way that I can.
You've got half your fuel left.
How are you counter-steering with that little brake?
Because
'Cause
with
you're
the
taking
speed,
in.
yeah, with the speed I'm carrying, I'm on the limit of the tire. If I braked harder, it would probably make the car just go straighter,
63
but
times fast.
and even like there into turn 1, like I don't use the brakes a lot, but I'm also not steering a lot because I'm like quasi counter steering into turn 1. Like
That interesting.
what's that?
This is fascinating.
Like if I, like that turn 1, if I had turned any more, or if I had any more steering angle in the car when I was on the gas, I would have spun out.
You're a tenth off in sector 1.
So you're using brakes to time,
Yeah.
but only on the higher speed corners and the lower speed corners. You seem to brake and then fade off.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be using the, like, it's a bit simplistic to say, but like, brake steer the car, throttle is an understeer button. Generally. I mean, if you're on the edge and you have too much throttle, you can spin, but that's normally a symptom of something else.
Using other things too. This is the most useful thing I've done in months.
Like even there, like I don't think I like actually steered to the left, but you could see like I started to steer a little bit and then straightened out and then actually turned in. And even like here in turn 1, you'll probably notice the same thing. Like I'll probably like steer a little bit and maybe straighten out and then really turn in.
Sector 3 times okay.
I didn't really there, but I could I could also, like the car was telling me if I turned it was going to be bad.
Right. See, that was a lot more brake. That was generally okay. So that's a different type of turn. So is that so the corners have a different style of
Yeah, like the corners where I'm taking a lot of speed and shifting down to second, basically, I'm trying to brake a lot and in a straight as line as possible.
right.
And then some of these other corners, like say like turn 6, right after the big braking zone in the track, like when you don't want to use a lot of brake because you're coming over the crest and it's easy to unsettle the car. Or again like here, like in the Canada corner is a big braking zone, so Like I'm really heavy on the brake, and I carry it all the way into the apex until I get on the throttle.
Watch this last time. Because that shouldn't be that way, but it is.
A little too much on the throttle there.
Alright. Try it.
That puts you 0.6 quicker than second place. Sector 3 time is quick.
So there's two different types of corners, and it affects how you turn the car.
Yeah, it's effectively like I'm trying to use all the grip of the tire, but I'm doing it in different ways in these different corners. You know, like
Exactly.
into turn 5 or Canada corner, you have these really big braking zones. So I'm trying to use all the grip to slow the car down in a straight line. But then say like into turn 6, where you need to, yeah, cold tires.
Yeah,
But
that's all. Go ahead.
but like turn 6, where you're not scrubbing off so much speed, but the lateral grip is a lot more important on the corner entry. Then I'm not braking so hard to not use all of the grip of the tires in braking.
One of the other things that you have the advantage of is youth.
I'm younger than you, but I'm not that young anymore.
Your brain still works adequately. Mine, it takes me a lot longer to understand these concepts and put them into practice.
Yeah. And then I'd even say like this, like the last corner here is even sort of a third type of braking zone. It's similar-ish to turn 6, but it's
I would
somewhere
say
in
it's close
between.
to turn 1.
Yeah.
Actually, turn 2. Because it's not a 90-degree turn. It's still a sweeping type turn.
A bit. Like I'd say like turn 2, I'm on the brakes more than the last corner. Because you have more of a straight line run into this corner than the last corner.
Yeah, but this even feels better. Now I understand what you were doing.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm not. What I'm doing is experimenting.
Yeah. There, that was just drop the tire inside the curb.
I'm not satisfied, Mike.
We never are.
I don't want to be a 1.5 or 2K guy. But I don't understand it, on a molecular level the way that you do.
Yeah.
So I have to figure out a different way.
Yeah. Now I would even say, if you really want to try to figure that stuff out, and especially if you really want to feel the car moving around on the limit, practice in the rain.
Is that right?
Because the car moves around a lot more in the wet than it will in the dry. I mean, you have to be aware of other wet particular things like not breaking on the racing line or the rubbered end line
Right.
and stuff like that. But yeah, it will make you much more aware of the balance of the car and how you need to balance the car with the pedals. You know, there's a reason that most of the drivers that are held up as the best drivers in Formula One history are also like the same set of drivers that you would say are the best drivers in the rain.
Because they know how to find and negotiate the limit.
Yeah. Like turn 6 or the last corner in the rain is a very different experience, and you have to be very cautious of what you're doing to not lose the rear of the car on entry.
Let me get done with this particular lap, and then I'll try to go fast. One of the things that there was an exercise, and this is how I learned. Like, you know, I played classical piano when I was young, but I couldn't just pick up a piece of sheet music like some of the other kids could and start playing. I had to do drills, you know, and only when I was done with my drills and my exercises and my scales and all that stuff could I possibly play. Still too slow.
Like that last corner, you want to feel like you need to chase the car to the outside of the track on the brakes. That's that's the goal that I'm trying to have. I'm not necessarily trying to countersteer the car out there, but I'm trying to use start from, like, you saw how far right I was starting when you were behind me. But I'm trying to go from the right side to the left side in a straight line before I turn in. What were you about to say?
Nothing. I just got pissed off at myself.
Yeah.
Because every time I take a corner well, I jam on that fucking throttle and I come around with the car.
Yeah. Maybe so. It might also be useful to you to go back and watch the couple laps that I just did. If you watch the other big thing that you need to do if you're trying to really like ride the car on the edge is the throttle input. So like if you already feel the car on the edge and the brakes, if you just jam the gas, you're already on the edge and you're gonna loop the car out. But like if you go back and watch, if you watch the replay of the laps I did, like especially with the trace that I have on my overlays that you'll be able to see on the replay, what you'll notice is I don't just go from 0 to 100. I go from 0 to like 50 or 60 or 70, and then I get to 100.
Oh, Mike! Mike, we might have a eureka moment.
Yeah.
We might have a eureka moment.
And that's really how you effectively use the limit of the tire, because there's that point in the middle of the corner where you're leaning on it the most, and you can't just go to 100% throttle when you're there. You really need you need like 50 or 60% throttle really to, like, I would call it, roll the car around the corner. Did you
fucking see that?
That looked
Sorry,
like that looked like a good corner, but I would say you need like 50 or 60% throttle. I would call it roll the car around the corner to like not slow down anymore.
I know I'm not going as fast, but Mike, I'm feeling the edge. You
Yeah.
just did it.
Yeah, and then from like 50 or 60%, then you get to full throttle. And I forget where I saw that on I mean, like I've always been trying to do that anyway, but I saw that on like a YouTube short somewhere. I don't remember if it was Suelio Quip or someone else talking about it, but
I think you just did it.
and then it's just the so like if that's really clicking for you, then it's just the practice of doing that now. And if
You
you're
just did it.
and if you're doing that correctly, that's when I would say, the throttle is like the understeer pedal. And if you like you pick up 50% and then you pick up to 100%, the faster you do that, the more you'll understeer off the track, and you can feel that and feel the limit of the car that way. Or even then, like Suelio always talks about neutral steer, like like that kind of pedal input. That's how you get the neutral steer.
This is why I do this. I realize I'm not going as fast immediately, but what you just said have made me much, much more comfortable. I can go into the corner quicker because I can negotiate the center of the corner better at 50% throttle instead of, I go into the corner and I try to hammer out.
Mm-hmm.
That was the practice session I was looking for. That's what I needed.
Yeah, good.
Well done.
And I'm
I
glad.
don't want to keep you too long, Mike.
No, I could probably go for another hour or so.
I know you probably could, but unfortunately I cannot.
I'm glad it was helpful for you.
It really, well, and the reason I wanted to end the session is because now I found something and I need to go practice it and see if I can't negotiate the center of those corners. I can get in a little bit hotter because now I can roll through the center a little bit better.
Yeah.
So thanks again, Mike.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thanks. Bye.